Welcome back to Shapes 2. My name is Nilaus and we are here in our manufacturing mode setup here, and we're going to continue with this design, propagating it further down the line here with now the green one. And as I explained at the end of last last episode, first of all, thank you very much for everyone who is supporting. They really appreciate it, and it is really what sort of drives me to continue this series to go as long as we can. So, today we are going to work on the next milestone. That is the green milestone, the emerald milestone. So that is, we got this one, and now we need to combine these things in here. And if we look at this build, we can see that it requires 2 of the blue ones that we get here for every output. And there are 2 outputs, but the outputs are not actually, oh, here we can see it. We don't know what we get as output, but we can see that it will be the green one, but it's going to be 2 half greens. You can see here 2 half greens. So it's actually going to be the equivalent of 1 green X out here. So what this means is that this here, which is only a half space belt, because this one is only working at half speed, so this is half a space belt, will go in here and become a quarter of a space belt. That's really pathetic. So we can't do that, but luckily we have a new research that we're going to be unlocking today. That is this one, the Sapphire Station. Oh, this one got here at the same time. So the alternate red one, let's look at the alternate red one. It's actually really, really good. It looks a bit weird because it's 2 of these shapes, which means we now need to do a design that can cut 1 corner off, and then we need to make this shape. Now the ordinary one here is basically also taking the same shape, but it'll just need to be colored a little bit. So basically we got the shapes, we just need to recolor them, and then we need to send in some more of the basic polished shapes with a corner missing. But then I get 2 out. This is the beauty of it, that gets 2 out, which means that 4 of these can now support 8 of these. 8 of these blue ones can support 4 green ones, and then we're back on track. Now this is a bit wider, so we need to spread it out, but we can also see this one is also a little bit wider, so this will be, need to be like this, so it'll already be 5 wide. So that means we need to restructure this design here so that it's now has 5 distances between these. So that's going to be the first thing we need to do to reorganize this here. So here is our new design, and it is quite elaborate. So basically what we do here, we have the same build here, which takes in the full unpolished, no, the polished, what? Is it unpolished? Oh, the polishing comes here, yes. So it splits out and goes in here, polished, gets put back together. So out of this one, we'll get a polished full X. Then we have left a space here, which is what we're going to design. And this will be removing 1 tile. Oh, I just realized that almost certainly. No, actually it doesn't matter, because rotation is irrelevant when you're going in here. So that's not a problem. So it doesn't matter which corner we rotate, we move, we just have to remove 1 of them. Then it goes in here to the 4 red ones. They will now, so this is a full belt inbound, a full space belt. So this will be, but this one is only consuming half a full space belt, but it is 2 inputs, so it will be a full space belt. So full space belt in, consume full space belt, half space belt out, which is going to be consumed. Oh, right, it's 2 outbound, so it's half a space belt here and half a space belt here, so it's a full space belt of the red X's, and that gets us also a full space belt of the blue X's. And yes, why am I then putting it all on different? Because it's freaking symmetric and it looks amazing. Then it goes in here, and then it becomes 2 to 1, and then we get the green one out here. So this is the idea. We need to design this one here. It would be nice if we actually had a shape. So we're actually going to take this shape and just test it on some random thing here. It has to be something with 4 tiles, and I have to just remove 1 of them. So we can just test it here. That's definitely not it. And we are going to take this design. All right, we can also just we'll use this. Good. So what we want to do is we want to take a design that removes 1 tile. There. And we're going to get 1 of these in. So let's just, if we can do it for 1, then we can do it for all of them. The issue that I have is we definitely need to first cut it. So we have it in 2 tiles here. Then we're going to take the other one and then just see if I cut it here, it won't do anything. So I need to rotate it and then rotate it back like that. And then we can put it back together with the swappers like that. That's the trick. Now, these need 4 of them for one belt. So that means I need, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and we also need, like, outbounds is also important. Oh, actually it's not important outbound, because if we look at it, what we get inbound, it's only one of them that actually has an outbound, so I can just lead all of them together. So this is going to be our design, like this. And then the question becomes like, can I have 4 of these inside? Yeah, kind of. But I think there's also a cuter way to do this. Cute? I don't know. This is 1 belt. So I can actually jump over this belt if it takes at least just maximum. Cut and flip like this. And 1, 2. Right, so this would be there. That would be the 4 we need, and then that would go up here. Then I would actually need to go a little bit further down, because I am going to need some extra space so that I can do, oops, undo, jump, and land, and jump, and land. And then that can go into another one of these builds. Like that. Not really, because now this cannot jump. Oh, but it can jump. It can just jump. You can jump like this. Jump, and land, and jump, and land. There. That's pretty cool. Yes. And then we just flip it on the other side. We might as well take this and go. Here. Here. And we cut it. The one thing though that I'm not sure of is, will this design work even when it's not like the same shape, or will it actually incidentally shift something around? So if I can find a shape that has 3 or 4 different tiles and then do this, and then see if the other 3 tiles that get left afterwards are still in the same position, or if they get swapped. This one's a good candidate, even though they're not different shapes, they are different colors. So we want to see if what we get out of this one is everything except this one, but the other tiles. So it's square, wedge, and then a blue spike. Square, wedge, and blue spike. Yes, so it works. Okay, so this is consistent. It doesn't shift anything around. That was important to test. And then we can go somewhere. That means we actually... Oh, I just deleted my my design. Let's make sure that we have it in hand. This one. And then it needs to be available in 3 domains here, or 3 levels. Yeah. And 1 up and 1 up. There we go. And that's our design, and this will of course be part of the blueprint package. As always, we stamp it in here, and then it is ready to go. Now, we need to delete all of this and rebuild it with... Oh, okay. Oh. There. So we delete all this, go away, and use all this instead. Oof, expensive. Now, it's also a good time to question whether we place it the right place. I think we'll place it here. Do need a little bit in it. So, then I need to figure out all the different places. So this one was the red one coming in, and then we'll pass all of this. That's the red. And then that will be the blue, because I have to go by the same coloring here. There, blue, and then that will be green. Like, is this something that... No, nothing is coming from the top yet, but there will be more stuff from the top. So it's blue, and then the next one is green. And then it is, we skip the white one because we don't have that. Cyan. And these two we haven't done yet, but they could be coming from the top or the bottom. We don't know. But let's hook it up and see if it works again. Just hoping. So unfortunately it's not working yet. Of course it isn't, because here we are no longer taking the basic shape in. We're going to have to make this shape. So I have actually found a place to build it that just happens to be where we built the other one here. So this build has to be redone. This is still fine. We can still use this, and this is still fine. We can still use this. But we are going to have a new line coming in, or a new factory that combines here. Because what we want is not actually just, let's see. We're actually going to start with something. Let's get you. We're going to start from here. This one. And we got more points. That's lovely. Let's see if there's anything we must have. Research station and polishing station. This research... I get distracted now. I don't want to be distracted. I need to show it because we just unlocked something new. So the alternate polishing station here is actually a way to get more, infinitely more. So we get half in plus a shape, and then we get a full shape out. That means we could just take this full shape, polish it, cut it in half, or technically cut it in half and then polish it, and then we could repeat, and that way you can sort of get infinite amount of these special shapes. The other thing we have is over here. That is the normal one, the one we use to trash all of the blueprint, get the blueprint points. But we could also do something like this, where we would then say, if we get this, we get this shape out. If we get the other one, we get the same shape, but it's polished, and then we can get more and more advanced shapes later on. So it's a way to sort of take normal items and convert or get more of the special shapes. So that's nice, but not something we're going to do. Right, so what we need to do here is we need to take the circle thingy and cut it on diagonal and color half of it. Cool. That means we need to do a cut diagonal, which is something we have. We've already invented that last time. So it is a piece of cake to add that. How close do we want to make it? We make it in this space because this is like the default we just invented. And then I'm going to need to... Oh, man, I should face north when deciding. This will be that one that needs to be colored. Okay. So. Get that to color. There. So that's colored. And then I need to stamp them down on top of each other again. Here. And there. Okay. And I need to do the same thing for the other ones. Here. Here. And here. And then I need some red color. We actually need 2 batches of red color. We could do it a little bit different by only getting 1 color, but then I would have to take all the stuff that needs to be painted red, collect it, paint it, split it, and merge it back in different levels. That's not a good idea. I think we'll just build 2 of these, and there is room for 2 of them here. So that one, and we'll build the other one up here. So this, and that goes to this location. Yep. Here. Okay, so that should give us that shape, which looking north, it is the same shape as that one. Yes. So now we do the same thing for you. Pretty much the same thing, actually. Like, remarkably the same thing. But I could just do it here. Like, turn it 1 off and then just lift these over until we're ready to get bound. Yeah. Okay, so let's do... I'm wondering if I just do the whole thing copy. Oops. If I then shift it 1 over. Let's try that. What will we get out here? Nothing, because we don't have this yet. There, that should identify what we get out. And if I turn north, then it is the wrong one. Okay, so that would also be my expectation, that it would be the opposite one. And try again. Turning north. It is now correct. It's matching that time. This is the one I'm comparing it to. So now we need to put the circle on top. That means I need a stacker here. The stacker we'll put here. And oh, I can't do that because that's gonna be intersecting with this. Huh. Because I was thinking I would just do, but I can't because that's gonna intersect. So we actually need this here actually built. Damn, that's annoying. Turns out this forced me into making a much nicer build. So this is here, and we are now going to put it onto a train. That one. There. And this train, we don't know the color of it. That is going to be red, blue. So that's a blue train. I will replace this. So we get the blue train in here. And we then need to just link it over on exactly the same path that it was before, because it goes in, goes up, and connects here. Should be good. So waiting for this is pretty excruciating, and that's because the belts are so damn slow. So we are going to go up here and see if we can get some upgrades. Yes, please. Ah, well, that's a little bit. We need another 10,000 to get even more. We could also get another here, but that's so close. Oh, we got another one. How much do we get? We got another 2,000 points. Oh, we're so close. One more level. Then we can actually get another speed upgrade, which is nice. I think that's the most valuable thing, the speed upgrade. And also because 125 is like an awful number. I think it's weird that there are only 2 upgrades here. Like, why can I not go up to 200%? I think 200% would be not unreasonable. And we'd also like to get the train capacity, but yeah, it's not super necessary right now. So this one will slowly fill up and eventually it'll go over. And what we should do in the meantime is getting started on the last 2 pieces, these 2 pieces here. And I've been looking around because of course I have some preparation to find the locations we want to do. Here is one location. This is a good location. Oh, we have the wedge and we have the circle. And we have some blue color. I mean, that's pretty simple. So we're going to take the wedge. Let's just mind it from here. Do I want to bring it over on a train to color it? Yeah, we can do that. I think that's pretty simple. So we're going to get this there. Let me go this way. And then that just gets put on a train. I love how simple this has become. Like, this is the brilliance part of about this game. Oh, I can't stand this. We need the... I know that we could get faster belts, but I could also just get the damn white color. So ooh, a roller coaster. So I don't have to see this problem anymore. There we go. And where is the roller coaster then? Ooh, loop, long rail up, rail twister. Let's get a rail twister because, of course... Oh, it's actually working. Ah, so something is working. I don't know. We'll put these in somewhere. Whee! Brilliant. That's a thing. Okay, now I got confused. That needs to go over here and become entangled in some blueness. The blueness is here. Let's do that. And that will be... Let me just get... Let you go back, and that will be an unload station. Here, tap to unload, flip, like this, I guess. And that will then be putting it in on a coloring block here. And that means this. So the wedge is now turning blue. Then I am going to mine this part. That's also pretty damn simple. I think this doesn't deserve to be trained in. I can just do this. And then I will do the wedge. The colored wedge has to go on top of the circle. So that means we need a stacker. This stacker goes here. Up. Here, 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 and here. And that should get this. Let's see, does it tell me? Yes, it gives me a green icon, so that's good. That is exactly what we want. And we are going to get a loading station. That way. Loading station. Ah, and this is now white, but it shouldn't be white because this is actually something that needs to be brought in. I will bring it in on the mainland again from the south. That's annoying. So this one was, this was cyan. And what is the color after cyan? That is magenta. Whoop. So you're going to be magenta going in here. If that's actually correct, because I don't know if this is which one I was doing. I was doing that one. Okay, so cyan will go in here and then yellow will go up there. Good. That means this one should be a, whoops. This one should be a yellow train. By some logic. Good, so that's working. Let's have a look if, oh, we do know that this is working because if it wasn't working, this one, yeah, these are putting out the right blocks and they are coming in here. They're going into this one and generating a lot of reds, X's going in here. Each of these are still working. The one problem we potentially have is that as they come in here, they will be tended, or they need to fill up the first stations before they even go to the second stations with anything left. I can't sort of balance between them, so I'll just have to saturate the first one before the second one comes in. That's just how it is. That's saturating the first one. That's very nice. And we can also do the yellow one now. And where does the yellow one go? That is... we're going to be going here. And I will take you and then move it to this location. So this is where we want it. Is it actually working? I hope so. Oh yeah. This is the right shape. And it's filling up. So that's good. Then we can move on to the next one. That's this one. This is also easy, but it's like really far away. This is finally one that comes from the top. Then I don't think I should make the yellow here. Oof. Then I think that should actually... this one will be the red one because it's the first branch coming from the side. And you will then go over. And this will not be yellow. This will see cyan. Yellow will go on. Even though there's nothing to go on, there will be cyan. And that means this station down here actually has to be changed color before it actually picks up, and that has to be cyan. I know that it's weird, but I have this. I think it's the only way I can keep track of it, because I will only ever add new stuff at the top. So if I count it from the first, the one that's lowest, that's counted in here. So that will be cyan, and then if I have another one from below, that'll be yellow. Only way I can keep track, which means like the lowest one, one's further south, that comes from the top will be red, and then blue, and then green, and so on and so forth. I think that makes sense. Cool. But we are up here. Now, how do we do this? First, we need to take this shape twice, and then rotate it. And then we're going to be cutting and diagonally coloring one part and putting it back together. Okay, I'm going to be doing it this way. So, first thing you need is a double requester here, like that. Then we're going to be merging these two together. That means one of them has to be turned a 180, and then it has to be going to a stacker. Like so. Oh, we're seeing that this is coming in. Great. And let's see what we get. That is exactly the shape we want. I have to face north. No, it doesn't matter. So this shape will now have to be cut diagonally. We also have that blueprint. Cut diagonal, we've done that. That is there. Good. And then I need to figure out, it's the wedges that will be colored. So this needs to be colored. That is this one. And then we put it back together again now that we have colored one part. And that should give us, oh, nothing yet, because we don't have that color. And this is then the repeatable pattern. Oops, and here. So this will be that shape. Wow, that was that was pretty quick. If it works. And then we need the blue color, and that has to come in. Let's do it here. That one. That one. So now I should be able to see what we get out. Yes, and it has a green marker because it's the right one. And then we need a train station. This has to be like a manually created train station because this is not a default one. And then I need to get this. I usually do 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the wagon number that I'm loading. And then this one. And then I am going to get a station. And this one is coming from the north. And then that means it will be the red one coming from the north. Yeah. And 4 wagons. That works. Then I just need to get this one home. That's gonna take... Where the hell are you? Oh, right. Ha! Turned the wrong way. I got lost. So let's just flip it. And so the train is loaded successfully. It got 1 block of each. Perfect. You can also say that this is so far away that maybe we need more trains. Yeah, maybe we do. It's easy to add another train with this system. It'll just be here. But there's also another part that we could also do, and that is be trains here. We could just, no, upgrades. We could just add more train capacity so that each train could go here, or add more train speed. But, you know, this speed multiplier is really begging to be completed. So we are going to wait for this one to go back. It is coming in. Let's have a look at it. That will be the last piece of the puzzle, but each one of these gives us 2,000 research credits. So it's not really that many levels additionally before we get it. And we're going to go in. Unload. Is this actually unloaded? Yeah, it is. It just got, it's consuming everything until it, yeah, this machine is consuming everything until it gets unlocked. Once it's unlocked, it consumes at ratio. So now we are finally getting this, and it's going to go quickly. I don't know if we actually have enough on, well, non-train is probably not enough because it's 1,000 each. No, we're going to have to wait until the next train comes in to see this complete. And we're also getting another update here, so we are getting closer. I think that when we complete this, which will be very, very soon, are they starting to work again? Yeah. Shouldn't they be? Didn't I just unload this? Oh, it was the wrong one. Now this is the one that's unloading. Right. It was the wrong one I was looking at. They're both blue and white, or blue and uncolored. But it is this one that's coming in. So now it starts rolling here, here, here. And we get this really quickly. And that's actually already the next milestone that we have completed, which I think is pretty quick. And because it is basically, whenever you do the next one, you only need 2 more inputs. So building those quickly is pretty cool. So now it's unlocked the gold. There we go. Gold, real gold. The traders out there don't ask where it comes from, and neither should you. Just deliver the right shapes and collect your share. Your Vortex fund is growing. Don't get attached to the gold. It's not for keeping. So we get gold, a gold station, 2 shop items, and more platform points, and also a little bit of credits. That's 600 credits is not much. We really only get credits from this one, from these ones completing. And what we see here is we see this one, and we have our gold. We will just be looking at it just to get a glance of what this is going to be like for the upcoming one. I'm feeling this should be a little bit further away. So we're going to need to get it in here. That means we are going to... One of these has to rotate. U-shape, rotate that one. And then it should be... let's see. Yes. Then stack it on top of each other here. And there. That should be this shape, which I can now go... Probably a little bit more space because we are... here. We're definitely going to need to do basically what we've done before. Unload station. We're going to get an unload station here, and we're going to get an unload station here, and that is like perfectly aligned in distance. There. Yeah, so that gets us... I suppose we can build this, and then the train will get the details of the train later on. That will go all the way from down here, and we just stamp these ones down, and then we're already well on our way towards the next step. But that's going to be in the next episode. We're going to take a look at that. Did we get a new shape? Nope. Did we get some new tech we can buy? Did something unlock? None of these unlocked, unfortunately. Wires, maybe that unlocked, but we're not going to waste time on wires. We are going to focus our points on the speed multiplier. That'll be the next thing, but that will be the next episode. So we have more blueprints created. We got the one that removes a corner designed today, and other than that, we have simply been using our existing blueprints and designs that we have already done, and this is how I think this game should be played, because you can see how fast we actually could make like these things by just sort of using our operations already with cutting and splitting and coloring and putting it back together and then on a train and go. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Remember, blueprints are available to Patreon supporters, and you can also see that we design them here on stream or on video. Until next time, take care and stay effective.